Okay, so you can be sloppy with this, and it starts to look really good. You start to see the layers that are building up. Imagine what it's going to look like when there's color on there. But this is not the last layer. We're actually going to put some latex on top of the cotton areas, and it's going to start giving you an overall feeling of decrepitude. So, do you have suppliers of latex here in Germany? Anybody? Yeah. So this is just a thick latex with a filler in it. All right, now we're going to move on to the Enoy section of our show. This is enough of an underlayer to start. I'm not making an effort to blend edges because you don't need to blend edges in something like this. It's going to be overlaid and overcovered, and it's going to look like a more complicated makeup than it actually is. It would take a very long time to sculpt this. It takes no time at all just to build it up and do it in messy layers. So that's what we're doing. So let me start grabbing that. Can I hand you this? Now I've intentionally created a layer of latex underneath and a layer on top so that he'll be able to peel this off pretty effectively without having too much adhesive on his skin. It just makes for comfort on the guy that's wearing it, and he won't have to stand in front of a mirror for hours removing adhesives that should never be put on human skin. You look marvelous. Okay, this is the nerdy section. This is those disgusting little pieces of latex that you could prepare before by spreading them out on a glass plate or on a countertop. And you just basically haphazardly lay them on the adhesive, and it starts to create a second layer of ink. Now we're going to be applying another layer of latex to sort of seal this into the first. So we're going to have a real flaky looking zombie that's falling apart and chunks are dropping, and we'll make it messy. The next part is the most fun part. That's where you start colorizing. You start making the little areas look deep and bloody and messy. You start bringing some of the other areas out with color. This. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do a little adhesive to touch down some of the areas. Then I'm going to start colorizing it. Hold this. I'm just going to be putting adhesive on some of the areas, and then we're going to go into colors. Originally, I had it planned during all this boring part to play a little film for you, but apparently the sync on the projector didn't work, so I had to watch me do all this boring stuff. Some lovely skin problems starting here. Okay, I'm going to start with a little base color. Just starting with a little base color. We're doing a few highlights here just to bring some of the areas out. Now the trick is with this, not to make anything look even or perfect, but to keep it messy, to keep it blotchy, because skin is very messy, skin is very blotchy. The irony is that a makeup effects person replicates nature, and the straight makeup person replicates mannequins. In other words, you try to make everything look smooth and perfect, but in the real world, nobody is. So making it as blotchy and as red and as awful looking makes it more real. Not as obvious. Okay, we have just about one of the fastest makeups ever made here. We have a really messed up looking guy, kind of radioactive mutant meets living dead zombie, perhaps. Now, what's really important with zombies isn't necessarily just how they look, it's how they act. So, makeup effects portion almost done. Let's go to the directing portion. Why don't you stand up? All right, now, start acting like a zombie. Let's hear a zombie scream. Let's intimidate this audience. Scream at the audience. Not bad, not bad. Do you have a jacket? Did you have a jacket? No? So we'll mess up your arms too. That'll make them scarier, right? If you have these messy arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this gentleman run after the attractive young lady, and she's going to scream like a banshee. Let me mess up your arms. Give us a minute. Again, asymmetry and messiness is our friend. Go rapidly and go blotchy. This is a stipple sponge. It's a black stipple sponge. It's very coarse. It helps to create a very broken up effect, as you can see. Just rotate your arm the other way. Now, we won't use just one color. This is just one color to start breaking it up. Then we're going to go with a redder color. And if you're in a wide shot in a zombie movie, you got this guy chasing you down the street, I think it'll work okay. I'm going with a more highlighted color, the red over the dark, gives it some skin problem feel. Again, I'm not trying to make it perfect. Imperfect is our friend. Makes it look more real. Looks almost like a burn victim. I'm using his own natural base color to provide a contrast between the red and the darker brown, which again helps make it look more real.